This story begins on an island called Malta, an island very different from the rest of the world. A group rules this island. The leader is an old man named Booba. The people worship him like a god. Nothing moves without his permission. Not even a leaf stirs without his will. But a few days ago, a girl broke into Booba's room and tried to kill him. Booba survived the attack. He ordered his trusted man to find the attacker. Days passed by quickly, but Booba and his men found nothing. Angry, Booba had the man killed for failing his mission. Then Booba's sister Anna showed him a photo of the attacker. The girl's name was Yuki, also known as Lady Death. Anna suspected that America sent this girl to kill Booba and his men. Booba ordered his men to find Yuki at any cost. Now we move to Los Angeles. We meet two men, Brandon and Zero. They are CIA agents. They carry out missions on orders. Brandon is an excellent sniper. Zero is skilled in combat. Their boss, Robert, called them for a special meeting. He told them to go to Malta and save Yuki. Yuki is also an agent. She is a friend of Brandon and Zero. Robert told them that Yuki went to Malta to kill a man named Boba. Unfortunately, Boba survived. Now his men are searching every corner of the island for Yuki. Robert wanted both of them to reach Malta immediately, save Yuki and kill Boba and his 5 top men. These 5 were Booba's closest allies. Without them, the gang would collapse. After full planning, Brandon and Zero left for Malta. Within hours, they reached near Booba's palace. Brandon went to an old church outside the city. He started watching the palace with his sniper rifle. Meanwhile, Zero sneaked to the palace. He killed a guard and took his uniform. Zero entered the palace. A grand party was going on inside. Using the crowd, Zero went straight to the hall where Booba's men were enjoying the party. Zero spotted a man named Fawa. He was one of the 5 targets. Zero told him that Booba was waiting on the rooftop for him. Meanwhile, Brandon spotted Anna in the palace garden. Her bodyguard was with her, so Brandon didn't shoot yet. Zero then noticed a woman named Katrina. She was also one of the 5 targets. Zero approached her and said, "Booba is waiting on the rooftop." Brandon saw a man named Muscat. He was another one of Booba's top men. Without wasting time, Brandon killed him. Inside, Zero hid the body. Fawa and Katrina reached the rooftop. They started talking to each other. Brandon took aim and killed both with 1 shot. After killing Fawa and Katrina, only Anna, Dr. Joran, and Boba remained. Brandon shot a flower pot to distract the bodyguard. As soon as the bodyguard moved away, he killed Anna too. Inside, Zero spotted Dr. Joran and started following him. Joran sensed he was being followed. He pulled out his gun and pointed it at Zero, but before anyone could fire, Yuki stepped in between them. She told Zero that Dr. Joran is on their side. The 3 of them moved forward together. They killed the remaining guards and escaped the palace. When Booba came out to meet his followers, Brandon took a headshot and finished him. After Booba's death, everyone panicked and ran. Using the chaos, the 3 of them escaped. They reached the old church outside the city where Brandon was waiting. Brandon and Zero called their boss, Robert, and reported the mission complete. Robert was very happy to hear this. He told them to return quickly. Then Yuki told Brandon and Zero that on the night she went to kill Booba, Anna suddenly entered her room and opened fire on her. Despite being wounded, Yuki jumped out of the window and ran away. While running, she met Dr. Joran. Seeing her condition, Joran hid her at a secret location and treated her wounds, saving her life. Brandon and Zero thanked Joran, and everyone went to sleep. But the next morning, Brandon was shocked to find that Dr. Joran had fled with his car. In that car was Brandon's secret laptop. Meanwhile, we see Joran with Brandon's laptop at a cafe outside the city. But he didn't know that Zero was hiding in the back of the Jeep. As soon as Joran got out, Zero followed him. Joran went into the cafe and started operating the laptop. Zero called a guy named Pete. Pete is a CIA hacker, and Zero's friend, Zero asked Pete to find out what Joran was doing on the laptop. Soon Pete called back and said that Joran had copied secret files from the laptop to his phone. He was going to sell them to a man named Caspin. Remember this name, Caspin. He will change this story completely. Zero told Yuki and Brandon everything. Then all 3 went to the location where Joran was meeting Caspin. As soon as Caspin arrived, Joran gave him a phone with the secret files, but before they could leave, Yuki, who was hiding under Caspin's car, shot Joran in the neck. Seeing this, Caspin quickly got into a car and fled. Yuki and Brandon fired several shots at him, but Caspin managed to escape. That night, the three went to a hotel to rest. There, Yuki revealed that Caspin was actually her father. Yuki had lost her parents as a child, so Caspin adopted her and raised her like a father. But when Yuki turned 10, Caspin locked her in a dark room for a whole month. For the next 5 years, Caspin trained Yuki to be a hitman, so she could kill his enemies. For the next 10 years, Yuki killed countless people on Caspin's orders. Finally, she got tired of it and joined the CIA, leaving Caspin. Meanwhile, when Caspin reached home, he was shocked to see Anna alive. Anna had survived Brandon's attack. Now she wanted revenge. On Yuki for her friends' deaths, Anna asked Caspin why he betrayed them with Joran. Instead of answering, Caspin showed Anna the phone that Dr. Joran had given him. He told her they could use it to track Yuki and her team. Hearing this, Anna was thrilled and teamed up with Caspin to take revenge on Yuki. The next day, Anna's man tracked Yuki to a restaurant where she was eating with Brandon and Zero. Anna's hitman opened fire on them, but Yuki and her friends fought back. During the shootout, the hitman was shot and fell to the ground, but by the time they reached him, the hitman had already escaped. They couldn't understand who he was or how he tracked them. Then Pete called and told them that Anna and Caspin were working together to find Yuki. Pete explained that Joran had planted a tracker in Yuki's phone. The hitman used it to find her. The three destroyed their phones, so they couldn't be tracked. But after destroying their phones, they realized they hadn't told Robert. The next day, we see Robert looking very worried. He couldn't contact his team in Malta, so he went to meet Pete and told him the problem. Pete told Robert about the tracker. After learning everything, Robert decided to go to Malta immediately. He took Pete with him, and they left for Malta right away. Meanwhile, we see Brandon watching a car, believing it belonged to the man from the restaurant attack. But before he could say anything, the hitman attacked them from behind. At the last moment, Yuki sped away and saved their lives. The hitman chased their car and fired wildly at them. Zero and Brandon fired back and managed to escape. By tricking the hitman, they reached a hotel and discussed their next plan. They couldn't understand how the hitman kept tracking them since they had destroyed their phones. Then Brandon and Zero noticed Yuki's wounds that Dr. Joran had treated. They realized the tracker might be inside her body, not in the phones. When they checked her wounds again, they found a tracking device embedded inside her body. Joran had planted it during her treatment. Seeing the tracker, Brandon got an idea to stop the hitman. Meanwhile, Anna's hitman was still following the tracker signal. He followed it to the hotel and entered the room, but no one was there. The tracker was removed from Yuki's body. He understood the trap and tried to escape. But as he opened the door, Yuki and her team opened fire on him. After killing the hitman, Yuki took his phone and called Caspin directly. She asked to meet him face to face. She wanted to end this story forever. Caspin agreed. They decided to meet at the old church outside the city. The next morning, Yuki reached the church. Soon after, Caspin arrived in his car. But then we see Anna's thugs, who had captured Brandon and Zero. It was revealed that Caspin and Anna had teamed up to betray Yuki. Anna's men captured Yuki and her team and took them to the palace. Meanwhile, Robert and Pete arrived at Boba's palace on a speedboat. Robert sensed that Brandon and Zero were in danger. Pete hacked all the cameras, and Robert saw that Anna and Caspin had captured his 3 agents. Pete used the cameras to guide Robert through the palace. Robert fought his way through, killing guards as he advanced. Meanwhile, Caspin was furious at Yuki for leaving him and joining the CIA. Caspin pointed his gun at Yuki. He was about to shoot her, but suddenly, Yuki snatched the gun from him and shot Anna in the head first. But before she could shoot Caspin, Anna's 2 guards pointed their guns at Brandon and Zero. To save her friends' lives, Yuki had no choice but to let Caspin go. Caspin ordered his men to kill the three of them and started to leave. But before they could fire, Robert attacked the guards at the last moment. A fierce gunfight broke out. Brandon, Zero, and Yuki fought back against the guards. Seeing this, Pete got scared and hid on the first floor, separated from his team. Robert and his team chased Caspin, killing every guard in their way. Caspin also ran to the first floor to save his life. There, he spotted poor Pete. Caspin tried to shoot Pete, but luckily his gun was empty. Taking advantage of this, Pete shot Caspin and badly wounded him. Meanwhile, Yuki fought her way to the palace backyard. Anna's guards surrounded Yuki from all sides and attacked her. Yuki fought back bravely, but the guards outnumbered her. They were overpowering her. But before they could kill her, Zero arrived with a machine gun and mowed down all the guards. After killing the guards, they went to find Caspin. They found him, already wounded by Pete. They left Caspin alive and informed the Malta police. Then they returned to the U.S. The next day, they saw on the news that police had sealed the palace and arrested Caspin. But as he reached the court, someone shot him in the head. It was revealed that Yuki herself killed Caspin. She knew that if Caspin went to jail, he would be free in a few months, so Yuki killed him and ended this story once and for all. I hope you liked today's story.